Day 26, day 26. As you can see, there's no wardrobe. There's no wardrobe at all. Fam, it's hot, bro. It's hot. Oh my days. Anyway, um, today originally was meant to be the day I start the series for the master key system, but due to um, I didn't expect the building of the wardrobe to take that long. So I will be uploading the first episodes tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll probably upload a total of 3 videos. Right. So tonight there's no video because with the master key system we're meant to actually meditate on on the chapters and what you've read and have a greater understanding of it. But I feel like the wardrobe taking long to build, um, prevented me from reading it, from spending my time reading and taking more notes so that when I come on here I can talk about it quickly. But so I'm gonna spend tonight and tomorrow rereading it again, and then I'm gonna come and talk about it tomorrow. So you're gonna see the video tomorrow. So I'm gonna upload 3 videos. 3 videos are gonna be I'm gonna do an introduction video for the master key system series, so that in case anyone's confused, there's an introduction. This just will explain everything. So there'll be a master key system introduction video, master key system week 1 video summary, week 1 summary, and I'm not necessarily summarizing the book. I'm gonna be summarizing my experience with the book, pretty much, not just the book itself. But and also the last video is gonna be this daily journal thing. So this is gonna be a very short video. Nothing much happened today. Today I'm not going to lie, I rested a bit. I gave myself a rest because boy, I was tired, bro. Yesterday I was sweating bullets. Not just yesterday, 2 days ago. Just spending so much time building that wardrobe, bro. I was so tired. I haven't even been to the gym for about like 3 days now. But tomorrow we're back on the original program. Um, the grind doesn't stop. Sometimes I do feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself, especially doing these daily journals. But I kind of like the pressure. I feel like without pressure, there's no growth. There's no, what's the saying? Pressure creates diamonds. You know, I'm happy I'm giving myself this daily journal um, as a task to do every day and I feel like it just helps me remember. Because so even when I waste a day, even when I spend a day just doing complete nonsense, I remember I have to come in here and talk about this, talk about what I did today, and I'm really being as honest as possible. Because obviously this is for me, you know, and it's just me talking, and I feel like it allows me to, it gives me a space to be honest, vulnerable in a sense, and to hold myself accountable when I do waste, when I do just mess around and do nonsense, you know. Because I've tried several methods before to maybe hold myself accountable, but I feel like none of them was really holding them accountable. And the only other option will probably have be to have another individual to hold me accountable. If I didn't do this, the other option would probably be to have an individual hold me accountable, like someone else. But I just I don't feel like I have anyone around me right now who will be able to understand not what I'm not what I'm going through, but my mind sometimes. I feel like when I speak, sometimes I feel like the person I'm talking to may not understand it fully. They may not take it as serious as I maybe want them to. You know. But yes, that's why I'm happy I'm doing these, and this is going to be very revolutionary, you know, because obviously um I don't have a camera right now or a team. This is all moi. It's me only, you know. So we'll start somewhere. I do hope these daily journals can evolve at some point and develop. Yeah. Not just in quality, but also in terms of the events that take place, or the things I talk about, or the next challenges I face, or the tasks I give myself. You know, I want it to continue to evolve. I will continue to evolve. Hopefully, that's the plan. Um, I try not to think about. Sometimes, my in my mind, I'll start to think like, yo, what if it takes like 1,000 days? But I can't let that get to me. I don't know the number of days this will take. I don't know the number of days. All I know is that I'm going to get to where I plan to get to. I don't care how crazy it makes me. Um, and the journey is not for me to worry about. I just have to keep my focus and keep my mind, yeah, just keep my eyes on the, the destination. You know, that's why I'm also using the book as a resource, the master key system. I feel like this would be a helpful resource to get me started. It is 6 months, so it is not a short book. It is 6 months, so this series is going to be going on for 6 months. Um, I do hope in that 6 months, especially if I apply it everything properly, to see a difference in not just me, but in my channel, in my life. You know, but yeah. So tomorrow the videos are coming out. Tomorrow. Apologies for that, but that wardrobe thing. Yeah. If I chose not to take a break today, I probably would have been able to get it done. But I did take a break, so I did kind of relax a little bit today. So my fault for that. Um, what else? What else? What else? But yeah, like I was saying, sometimes I think what if it takes 1,000 days? What if it takes this many days? That many days? That's not for me to worry about. That is not for me to worry about. And once it's done, it will be legendary. You know, that's one thing I know for a fact. It will be legendary. But when they do a documentary of me, the amount of footage I would have already given them, because right now I don't have a. You know how I don't know if you guys have seen the Kanye West documentary on Netflix, the trilogy. Well, Kanye, that guy had a early in his career he had a cameraman. I think his name was Cudi. I think it's Cudi. And I was like, wow, if I had a cameraman, that'd be crazy. But obviously, Kanye's really paying that cameraman. And Kanye was making some type of money back then. Me right now, I'm not gonna say I have no money, right? Because I don't want to speak that into existence. You know, I don't want to speak that, but you know what I mean. Like, who am I gonna pay? To who am I gonna pay, bro? So I'm doing this myself. It's just me and this laptop and this mic. Um, yeah, just at my desk in my room. But everyone starts somewhere. Everyone starts somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody. You know, that's one thing I have to stop comparing myself to people. Not even just that. Something I saw that I watched today was a bit of that was kind of um, reassuring was, I think it was a clip. It was on TikTok. It was Asian from AMP, and I've been watching Asian for a while. I watched Asian since he was back in university before this whole AMP when he was still playing NBA 2K. But anyway, Agent, that guy, yeah, he there's a clip of him. He was saying he doesn't care how delusional anyone's dream is, you know, you can do it. Um, what else did he say? He said, uh, he also made the point that when he started, when his mum bought him, I forgot what he said. His mum bought him. Was it a Dazzle? It was something Dazzle. Was it a camera? I don't know, something Dazzle something. And he was saying, I think I'm assuming it was a camera or like something to help him get started in his YouTube, right? He was saying how he wasn't skillful at the time, you know. He wasn't as skilled as he is now. Um he wasn't very good at what he was doing at first, but he knew what he wanted to do. He kept at it. Now look at where he is, you know. So seeing that today was reassuring. It was. Especially because I haven't recorded in a while, so I was thinking like, what if I make music and then the song is trash? What if I was like, what if the first song I drop is trash? And that's what I was just thinking. I was like, what if this first, but bro, I even saw a video of Ed Sheeran. He said when he first started, Ed Sheeran, he said he couldn't sing. He said it was horrible. He said he was horrible at singing. So, hey, and look at where he is now. You know what I'm trying to say? So, I'll just keep my eyes on the prize. Don't worry about how I'm gonna get there. I have to realize that every circumstance that takes place, everything that happens, whether I drop a good song or a bad song, whether I take I don't know, but whatever, I don't know what else I was gonna say, but whatever happens, it's just a step. It's just leading me to that destination, you know. And yeah. So I'm not gonna stop these. I vowed to myself, I'm not gonna stop these journals until I've got to the point where I can say I've made it, and that'll be the last video on this channel. The last video on this channel, me, like I said, I've said it several times. I've said it so many times. I will have an amazing Grammy night. I will have an amazing Grammy night. You know how Michael Jackson had that picture where he has bare trophies and Lauryn Hill. Kendrick just had one this year where he was holding bare trophies from the Grammys. I'm sure who else had a legendary night in the Grammys. I can't remember, but I'm gonna have that, and that will be my last video on this channel. And it'll be called "I Made It." I've officially made it. No, I made it because the first video is called "I'm Going to Make It." So where the last video is "I've made it." Oh my, that would be so legendary. That might make me. I've said this before. That might make me cry, bro. That might make me cry, bro. And I'm not a crier, but I'm excited. That's what I'm focusing on. To keep me doing this. That's the only thing I'm focusing on. Just to realize that, yo, imagine what the end will be like when I can officially put that video. I've made it and officially end this daily journal. Not even just that. I'm not gonna make this daily journal bait. This channel. I'm not gonna make this channel like hot. I'm not gonna even no matter how even when it will be one of those things that if you know you know like I'll even when I'm starting to do numbers as a musician, as an artist, it will be one of those things that if you know, you know, like obviously you guys, anyone who's here who's watching, there will be a when I do have my music channel set up and everything, and when I start uploading music on there, I will link that from here, so you can go from these videos to there. But on my music channel, I'm not gonna put a link to get to here. You know what I'm trying to say? And the name of this channel is not gonna be the same as my music channel. You know what I'm trying to say? So one of those things that's kind of low key until maybe someone discovers it. If someone discovers it, I can't help that. You know what I'm trying? If someone finds it, I cannot help that. Like if let's say I'm popping, let's say I'm going to the point where if I've gotten to the point where I'm maybe like getting like a million views a video, maybe I do a music video, get a million views, a million streams, whatever, blah blah. Or if I drop an audio, whenever I drop a song, it gets a million views, or like, you know, if someone finds this channel and then like posts it somewhere on like Twitter, exposes, I can't do anything about that. But I'll even when, but I was a million views a video. That's not what I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna get to the point where I'm getting 1 billion, 1 billion. I don't care how many people think it can't be done. I'll be get to the point where I'm like a pop star, bro. I don't care. Uh, I'm gonna get to the point where I'm like a pop star, bro. Michael Jackson, bro. Michael Jackson. They say he's the most famous man alive, the most famous artist alive. Let me say not the most famous man, but the most famous artist. The amount of fame that guy Michael Jackson touched, well, I mean the level of fame he touched, well, if he can do it, it can be done again. I'm gonna get to that level of fame and I'm gonna pass it. Now, um, whether I like it or not when I get there, I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. God is abundant. He's not. God can't. God is not someone who can do something once and can't do it again. God is not that person. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you can do it, Michael Jackson to touch a level of fame and success and notoriety as an artist, as a musician, as a singer, as a whatever. I can do the same thing as a musician. I could do the same thing and greater. You know what I'm trying to say? Not to necessarily. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. But that's you know what I'm trying to say. And nothing can tell me otherwise. Nobody can tell me otherwise. My mind's already set. My mind's already set. My mind's already set. I don't care how delusional people think I am. That's what I would rather be be extremely delusional by my ability than to underestimate my ability. I've always said, it's better to be like if I had to choose between two extremes, one being an extremely insecure, like I'm talking about so insecure, no self um worth whatsoever. Like imagine your self worth being down in the guts, like your self worth is down in hell, right? Compared to um being a narcissist, being arrogant, being me. I've always said I don't care how controversial this sounds. I would rather choose out of those two extremes. I'd rather choose the end of being a narcissist. I'm being arrogant. I'm being full of myself. You know what I'm trying to say? I've always said that if you have to choose between two extremes, that's the one to choose, in my opinion. I don't think I would want to have the level of insecurity to the point where it's down in the gutter. You know what I'm trying, like you know what I'm trying, like where I'm down, where to the point where I don't have no confidence whatsoever down there. I'd rather have an extreme level of confidence to the point where it's arrogant. That's just if I had to choose. But at the same time, that's just hypothetical. You know what I'm trying to say? So the same thing. That's what I was. And with that point, trying to say the same thing with being delusional. If someone calls me delusional in terms of what I believe in terms of what I think I'm gonna achieve, I'd rather be that delusional and that ambitious to to be to be insanely delusional and insanely ambitious to I'd rather be that to instead of compared to being having no an extreme pessimistic person or realistic person. Like me personally, that's me. You know what I'm trying to say? That's my opinion. But yes, is there anything else I want to talk about? No, not really. But bro, the weather is hot, man. The weather is hot, bro. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I always say to myself, yo, I love summer, I love summer, I love summer. Yeah, I can't wait till summer. That's the thing. During the winter, I'll be saying, yo, I can't wait till summer, I can't wait till summer, I can't wait till summer. Right? But then when someone comes, it's like now you just want it to be cooler. You know what I'm trying to say? It's funny because I had a friend that always said to me, I don't know if he wants my hit. It's been a while since I spoke to him, but I don't know if he wants me to say his name out on because obviously he doesn't know I'm on this channel. He doesn't know I have the channel, but he said to me he prefers winter off the simple fact. I know this is off topic to what the channel's about, but he said to me, listen, he prefers winter to summer due to the simple fact that winter, when you're feeling cold, you can control that, so you can make yourself feel warm. But when you're hot, there's not really much you can do. Like especially when it, especially with this type of heat in this type of heat. Sometimes the amount of fans you put, yeah, it's just I know it's just that. There's no flipping AC. I don't know why they don't make houses with AC here in the UK. I don't know why we don't do that. 'Cause fam, sometimes like, bro, I have two fans in my room. It's still hot. That's the thing. When you're hot, yeah, even when you go outside, you could be wearing a vest, you could be shirtless. If you're hot, you're hot. What you gonna do to cool down? Carry a jacket full of ice packs. You know what I'm trying, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, but when you're cold, all you have to do is layer up, and then you control the cold. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's a good point. When he told me that, I was like, that's a great point. Because I always said I prefer summer. I think I still prefer summer off due to the simple fact that I just prefer how like um the outside looks and the vibe of summer. Like just going out, seeing the sunshine. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of like the grey skies, and I'm not a fan of like especially when it's raining. Like the floor's bare away. I don't like that. I don't like that me personally. So I think I always say I prefer summer, but I just always thought that was an interesting view and perspective. That's random to what I usually talk about on the channel. But at the same time, this is a journal, a digital journal. It's the same way if I'm actually writing down my journal, writing. If I'm actually journaling down um by pen. I don't know why I just had the maddest stuff back then. I don't know why that was crazy. But I'll be talking about stuff in my life, so I'm treating this the same way. You know? But yeah, man, I think that's done. Day 20. I said it. I think it's day 26. Day 26. Day 26. Yeah, day 26. Almost 4 weeks. Crazy. 2 more days in this 4 weeks. It doesn't feel like it's been 4 weeks at all, though. I can't lie. It feels like I started this like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, we continue. We move. The grind don't stop. The grind never stops. I'm excited for this journey. I really am. I feel like this, like I said, I've said this several times before, but this is giving me a different type of excitement every day. And even I've just left uni for, it's been a few weeks now that I've officially like, I'm done with uni, but I actually feel like, I don't want to say living for a purpose, but I actually feel like I have something to look forward to. While I was in uni, I feel like I didn't have anything to look forward to, despite me being in university. You know? But nah, for real, man. For real, for real, for real. And I'm already seeing slight change. I'm already seeing a bit of changes in myself already. You know, and that's big. That's big because I felt like at one point I was just stagnant in terms of everything. I felt like I was just stagnant in every aspect of my mindset, in um my in my like everything. Just even just where I am in life, like I feel like I was just stagnant. Yeah, but I'm already seeing my mind change. I would say it's small changes. I won't say it's the greatest changes, but I feel like this like now I'm starting to think more like somebody who has something I'm work like someone who's actually striving for something. I feel like before I was just like living life on autopilot when I was in uni because I hate it. I'm not gonna lie, I hated uni. I won't even cap to you. Whoever told me uni would be the best days of your life, no lie, suck your dad. Because I was here thinking that I thought uni was gonna be amazing. Now uni wasn't bad, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was horrible, but I really pray that those aren't the best days of my life. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if that's the best days of my life and I'm only 22, and in the future, like I was to look back on uni, hell no, I can't lie. That's my experience. You know, some people, everyone has different experiences. Me personally, uni. If anything, I feel like I was in a dark place during uni, dark place mentally. But obviously, it's not something I talk about. I'm not talking about this to anybody, so. But yeah, man. But I'm glad I'm out of that hellhole. I'll call it hellhole. For me, it was a hellhole. And we continue to go up. We'll continue to go up and evolve. I'm excited. Is this the longest video I've done? 26, 27 minutes? I don't know. I don't know. I did recently see that I reached is it levels? I passed 10 subscribers. That's big because I always want because I used to YouTube a while ago. In case you didn't know, I've mentioned it before, but I used to YouTube a while ago. Um, but I used to do gaming videos, so you couldn't see my face. But I was so nervous of like I don't know if you guys have heard of the fear of being seen. I low key had that. I didn't think I didn't believe I had that at one point. I didn't believe I had it, but when it came to actually me first taking the first step to posting this channel, I realized I think I low key have the fear of being. But I think now I've gotten over that a little bit. You know, even if I have it, like even if I, if even I think there's still a bit more for me to get over in terms of the bit fear of being seen. But in terms of posting on YouTube and like showing my face and showing who I am and talking, I don't have no fear in that anymore. I don't. I think now I've fully accepted that and I've become used to it and accustomed to the idea of being seen on YouTube and especially I need to get used to being seen because if I'm going to be a musician and a successful musician, in order to be music, music is one of those things where for you to be successful, you have to be famous. Like there's no way around it. It's not like I think that's just anything in the entertainment industry. To be really successful, you kind of have to be famous so that you get receive opportunities and just have people know you and then can support you. If no one knows you, no one can support you. It's not like um, something else in life where you can still be successful but not be like but still be live a low key lifestyle. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, man. That's day 26. I just yapped, I just waffled, I was just talking. But it's day 26 tomorrow. I'll see you day 27. Tomorrow, 3 videos are dropping. Trifecta. I'm dropping 3 videos. I'm gonna make sure I get it done. I'm gonna stay focused. Tomorrow we're back on the full program. There's no wardrobe for me to build tomorrow, so um yes sir, I'll see you guys tomorrow.